共鳴なき世界へ誘うは浄化の調べ。世界を支えし大いなる世界樹の神とロジェスティラコマンドスクルドです。我が呼び声に応えたまえ。
Hi everyone, this is Chronicle. I'm going to talk about this Logistilla, and then she is a collaboration unit from the Phantom of the Queue, and then I have her mementos and equipped with her gears, and then her gaze is about this, and then I equip with these runes with magic attack and area attack, so her overall status is not really that bad, especially the magic attack is almost 1.6k, can even higher if you max everything. And then next is a Kaigan Lasso. It increases her maximum HP for each level, and M attack for level 5, magic attack for level 10, and M attack for level 15. And Strong Bursts of Wind level 10, Lasso skill, so her overall status greatly increases her magic attack. So it's quite good to master everything. Okay, next is the leader skill. For the fire units, all of them will have HP plus 40%, M attack plus 20%, magic attack plus 20%, and this status resistance plus 20%. And if you master her target, this magic attack 20% change into all attack 20%, so that you can mix around with the other attacker, but it's very good to team with the magic attacker. Okay, next is her main ability, and I'm going to try out at the training arena. Okay, let's go. Okay, this will be her status with the leader skill and memento scoop skill. Okay, not really that bad. And then next is her normal attack. As you can see, it's 1 to 2, not bad. And the damage is okay, and okay. And next is her main ability. For this first skill, it is an area fire magic attack with property of critical and with the clock card status on herself. Okay, and the damage is not really that bad, and okay. And next is, for this second skill, it is an area fire magic attack and damage towards the enemies only, and with the property of critical, and if she has the clock up status, the damage increase plus clock down status on the enemies. Not bad. And then the damage is okay, and okay. Okay, next is, for the 3 turns, she and her allies will have magic attack up, so this skill is quite good, and the dual cost is only 20, and the AoE is Diamond Within herself. And then if you are using auto, she will use this skill, but provided there is no enemies nearby her. If not, she will not use this skill. Okay, next is, for the 4th skill, she will inflict the buff Unified for 3 turns on one enemy, and the shooting range is 7, so it's quite good overall. Okay, next is, for this 5th skill, it is a fire magic attack, and the damage is based from her critical status, and it is 100% hit and with the property of critical, and if she manages to kill the enemy, this skill will be activated, and if you master her 5th gate, this skill change into the overall skill power increase, and the shooting range from 3 to 4, and the skill usage increase. So it's quite good upgrade, and the damage is okay, about 3k and 4k. And what if I wait for 5 turns? If her critical is max, let's see the damage increase by how much. Okay, right now her critical is about 3600, okay, and let's see the damage. Oh, suddenly increase a lot, and okay, very nice. Okay, next is, okay, for this last skill, her CT plus 100, and it's only for 1 turn for 1 usage and cannot be used again for the next turn, and during the 1 turn, all of her main ability will have no cast time and no skill usage. So it's quite good to use this skill to defeat the enemy so that there's no skill usage for all of the main ability, so it's quite good. Okay, next is a side ability. For this first skill, for the 1 turn, her critical rate and damage greatly increase. So basically this skill is similar with the charge up, so that her critical damage should be super high. Okay, next is, For this second skill, it is a fire magic attack and it knocks the enemy's shield and with the property of critical. And the damage is... okay, not bad, and... okay. So this skill is good for PvP and some of the hell quests. Okay, next is... for this last skill, it is a fire magic attack, and the higher the opponent magic attack is, the higher the damage is, and interrupts the opponent cast time and with the property of critical. And the damage is... okay, about this high, and... okay. So if the opponent magic attack is very high, of course the damage increase. Okay, next is the master ability. Okay, for this first skill, it is from her free gear you can hunt from her EX quest, and it is a fire magic attack with property of critical, and it is 100% hit, so it's a very simple skill, and the damage is... okay, super high, and... okay, and then with the property of critical, so the damage can be even higher. But too bad, this skill you only can use one time. Okay, next is... for this second skill, it is from her Memento's gear weapon ability, and it conceals her HP and recovers her jewel. So basically the main purpose is only recover jewel, nothing much, and then it conceals about this much HP and recover this much jewel, 99. Okay, next is... for this last skill, it is from her Memento's BG ability, and it is an aerial fire magic attack and with the property of critical, and for the 3 turns, it reduces the opponent's speed, shooting attack, and magic attack. Okay, not really that bad. And then if you max break these mementos, the overall skill power increase, and it only damage towards the enemies only, and it also increase the debuff on the speed, shooting attack, and magic attack. So this BG ability is quite good for arena and PvP and some of the hell quests. And the damage is... okay, not bad, and... okay. And then next is her rare ability. It is a property of greatly reduce the shooting attack and magic attack damage, and I think the property is about 50%, quite high, and the damage reduced is about 70%. Yeah, it's quite good for arena and PvP, especially against the shooting attacker like Edgar, Ryuri, those kind of character, and against the Soul or Narrow. Yeah, it's quite good. And then depending on the situation, you can switch this rare ability to... well, this rare ability is from the Summoner Enchant job, and it is a usual Alucard Raton. It's very good for the raid boss. It greatly reduces the opponent all resistance down and can be stacked 3 times for 3 turns. So this will be the best for the raid boss. Okay, next is the support ability. When you master her second gate, it added extra M attack and magic attack, and with the cast time reduced by 2/3. So basically, I think this is almost a must because most of her skill have the cast time and it's quite slow. So without this passive equip, I think her cast time will be quite long. Okay, for the next support ability is... well, there's 2 passive for this support ability, and for the first one, it increases her maximum HP and magic attack. Okay, and then for the second one, it permanently increases her critical and can be stacked 5 times for every action turn until she using the main ability last skill and reset to 0 again and repeat. So basically this passive is similar with the KOF passive, so try to use this skill when she moves 5 turns so that the damage will be very high. Okay, next is the mementos. Well, this mementos is a collaboration limited as usual, and then it increases her critical, magic attack, HP, magic attack, and critical rate. And then if you max build these mementos, it added extra the all attack for the fire units, so it's okay. And then with the Beijing ability I already mentioned just now. And next is this leader skill. For the FGG group, all of them will have HP plus 20%, M attack plus 40%, magic attack plus 20%, maximum jewel plus 20%, strong burst of pride and greed 30%. So this leader skill is very good for all types of magic attacker. Seriously, it's really very good. And then next is the gears. This accessory you can get from the ES quest I already mentioned earlier, and then it increases her maximum jewel, critical, and magic attack. So it's quite good for her overall, and then you can use the weapon ability and I already mentioned earlier. Okay, next is... this accessory you can get from her mementos, and it increases her maximum HP, magic attack, side resistance, and critical damage rate. So this accessory is quite good since most of her skills have the property of critical. And then if you don't have this accessory, you can switch with. This accessory is from one of the 4-star mementos. I think it is from Fujika mementos. And then it increases her Mason Jewel, magic attack and water resistance. Also very good for her since she cannot equip any weapon, so you need a magic attack. And then for the weapon ability is, it increases her shooting resistance and magic resistance for 3 turns from the start of the map. So basically if her reaction ability activates, I think the damage from these 2 attacks will be very low, so it's quite good. And then for the next gear is, this accessory you can get from the Field Note mementos, and then it increases her HP, speed, stun resistance and magic resistance. So the overall status is quite good for her, especially the magic resistance and the speed. And of course if you don't have this accessory, you can equip with anything that's increased the HP or speed will be good enough. Okay, next is, I'm going to test out at the training arena, and I'm going to use this skill, magic attack up for 3 turns, and let's see the damage increased by how much. Okay, let's go. Okay, let's see her normal attack first. Okay, and okay. And how about this skill? Not bad, and okay. And this one. Okay. Okay. And this one. Whoa, 25k and 30k. Okay. And then how about this skill? 24k. Okay. And near 29k. And this one. Okay. And near 20k. Okay. Okay, right now she has the clock up status, and let's see this skill damage increased by how much. Whoa, not bad. And okay. And lastly is, I'm going to activate this skill that increases her critical rate and critical damage, and I'm going to try her main ability and master ability out of the attack, and let's see the damage increased by how much when she criticals. Okay, let's go. Okay, let's see the first skill first, this one. The damage. Okay, for this second skill, also quite high. And then how about this skill? 56k. Okay. And then how about this PG ability? Whoa, not bad. Okay, lastly is her master ability. Let's see the damage. Near 60k. Okay, quite nice. So conclusion is, she's quite a powerful magic attacker, especially she has the property of critical, so that she has a high damage with the buff. And then it is quite rare to see any magic attacker with property of critical. And then second thing is, she has the clock up status on herself, so that she'll be moving quite fast overall, and then she also can buff the magic attacks on your allies. So all of your magic attacker will have slightly high damage, and then you can team with Bota or Detisha or Hanji to further increase her magic attack, since she doesn't have any M attack buff. And then third thing is, I think her mementos is optional, if you ask me, because I test with the mementos and without the mementos. It doesn't really make much a difference except for the critical damage up. Yeah, that's the only difference. Other than that, her damage is actually plenty enough. But of course with the mementos it's even better. It's very obvious, but then if you don't have any gem to get her mementos, or maybe you can wait for the next time when the Phantom Kill return and try to aim for mementos, also can. Yeah. And then lastly is, she's quite good in all types of quests. Seriously. Thanks to her reaction ability, especially against the shooting attacker and magic attacker, these two. And then she also quite good in raid boss because of the damage is quite high with the critical damage. But then she doesn't have any academic overs. So compared to Clarice, I think her overall damage may not be so high, but then her damage can be even higher than Emilia if you're lucky. So I guess that's all about Logistilla. Thank you for watching this video. If you guys got any questions about her, please comment. See ya, sayonara.
皆さんを傷つける魔法は私が払ってみせます。 みます。もう終わりにしましょう。我が呼び声に応えたまえ。我が呼び声に応えたまえ。我が呼び声に応えたまえ。勝てました。皆さんの勝利です。